vibrational love frequencies are live on the planet abundantly. Because we real G's know elevation is the way to grow exponentially, abundantly. Can you feel me? Now let's get into this. So before I get into the subject of the matter today, I just want to read something I wrote again. So as long as I write something, I will share it with you on my channel because it comes from my heart. Sacred virtues, the states of being beauty, being humanity, that cannot be used to validate those who disregard themselves in lack-minded ways to seem greater than our sacredness, which is living our divine virtues unto thyself and reflections the same sacred virtues. Now today, I want to talk to you guys about how to not have our virtues be used against us. And some might say, well, we should go with this subject, how to not have our virtues used against us. Because I can tell you this, in this lifetime and probably many lifetimes, because our soul never dies, it always reincarnates. And if we are not aware and awake of what had happened on past timelines, we recycle the same states or the same experiences on different timelines. Because we were asleep on those past timelines, our virtues, our innate virtues were taken for granted. Hi, Bubu Gaming, Grand Rising, darling. Our sacred virtues were taken for granted, and this has caused us to lose our virtues on many timelines. And when I say many timelines, there are a lot of lost souls because they were programmed and used in certain ways, and instead of using their virtues unto themselves to keep these virtues alive within themselves, they choose to go against themselves. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Well, I should say planet Earth first. I'm from planet Earth and I reside in Trinidad and Tobago. And these virtues were tampered with, played with, manipulated, gaslighted, all sorts. Hi, Edja, Grand Rising King. Yes. And, now that we have awakened to the truth of who we are and aware of what has been transpiring on lifetime after lifetime, timeline after timeline, and realize that our virtues were being tampered with and played with, we have taken back our power and not have those virtues manipulated, gaslighted, used against us so that others can feel some kind of way because they cannot tap into the sacredness of these virtues that is divine within us. And the reason being for that is because they got so in tune with negativity that now that the timeline is splitting far beyond, it is hard for them to transmute the energy because it has been entrenched in their minds so much that it's hard to come out or to shift from the reality. And the only way to do that is to go within and do the shadow work. And these, so, while the timeline splits further, a couple of years, now it's this close. For this, do I mean by not having our virtues used against us anymore? It means that we no longer give our energy to people who have this victim mentality. We no longer subject our energy to make people feel better about themselves because we had to do it. We had to come through what they give us to feel better about ourselves. And it is through our virtues that we were able to heal ourselves. But no, they don't want to choose that because they want to depend on others' energy and they don't want to be responsible for their life. And now that we are awake and aware and we can see what they do and how much living in our divinity, in our divine power, and knowing very well that they have it the same way, but choose to live in lower frequencies to depend on us, we leave them right which part they is, and want absolutely nothing to do with them because they got to learn to tap into themselves just as that's the choice right now. It is either you listen to yourself and grow beyond where yourself or what's the word I'm looking for here, boy? Where they have pretended to be something that they're not and grew out of it. And because we are awake unto this, we no longer give our energy to that. We connect with other reflections of ourselves because this is what it is. I am the mirror to the free reflection I am. And if I was giving away my energy to the mirror that wasn't reflection I am, that mirror will drain my energy. But now that I'm awake and aware, I only mirror myself to those who have the same energy as me, and I can see that. I can feel that. I can discern that. And most of you here are the same. I am just coming on here every day to tell you guys that, hey, I walked through that path and I overcame it. And you too, who are aware and awake of this, can do it too. And I'm here to encourage you because let me tell you something. My life has transformed from misery to beauty. Do it every day, but sometimes it could be too. But I always have to remind myself who I am and what I am worthy of and what I deserve in my the people who I deserve to be around, of in nature, but also and with themselves. I'm not going to be here clunging around for people who, I'm not going to be here clunging around for people who don't get energy in reality or don't get energy in reality or do the right thing. I have that is sacred, that is sacred unto themselves. These people are none and void to me. And it took a little while, take some decades, because as took a little while, take some decades, because as you can see, most of us went through this. We know this was happening from one and shifted it every timeline, and it didn't get better, it get worse. Of my and I remember I had a guy last year who and I remember I had a guy last year who to pick all of his points. It was like, you could come and you could pick it up every day if you choose to, and if you choose to, and his space, and it's so much that he just it's so much that he just because he said to me, you have virtues because he didn't have to. He said to me, you have virtues because he didn't have to. Who keeps that, which is very minimal because I eat repeated back into my not return, not return into the space, charity, compassion, kind. Everything here is beautiful. Even people who have even people who have disabilities want to also, but when you there's a possibility you can lose yourself to lack. So protect your energy and not have your virtues used against you, because people will tell you things like oh, you feel your day, or um so you can't go out of your way to help me, or no, no, especially they are the ones who are their own worst enemy, causing their own drama and their own things, and trying to project that onto oh, and my love is a very, you know have our that was created, our world will end. it and see my virtues every day onto so my virtues will forever now, but you know, I between I between the lines sacred verse of beauty being humanity that cannot be used use those who disregard who disregard is helpful to I live in my sacredness in every way. And today to keep and beautiful about you in every way onto yourself and see how those virtues reflected onto yourself. Once again, I am infinite elevation. Woo-hoo. That greater than us. Do have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, wonderful, amazing day. Just as you are aligned to the truth of who you are in all your secret beauty, bringing beautiful manifestations to your mind and projects them in reality to yourself and having them reflected back